Hi and welcome to tutorial by Reeamz.com. Today we're going to talk about Reeamz social networking sites chat functions and what you can do with them. First of all, I'm going to go through each icon on the chat bar that you see here in front of us, and we're going to explain basically individually what they do and what you can do with them. As you can see, the Force Online list will give you a few good little ideas of what the Reeamz chat is like, basically similar to Facebook, but we offer more than what Facebook offers, so don't get it mixed up with the two. First of all, the Reeamz is not filtered out at work or at school, so if you want to talk to your friends on Facebook, this will be a good place to start. You can click connect to your Facebook. You'll be given a prompted with this window right here. Click login with your Facebook. And now, if you look in this bar here, you will see your Facebook friends will load up in this window here. By simply clicking on a Facebook friend, I can now start talking to my Facebook friends from a Reeamz social networking website, even if I'm at work. Most workplaces and schools filter out Facebook, so you can't get on there. So this is one of the ways you can bypass that and still talk to your friends on Facebook while you're not at home and doing whatever you're doing at the time. Now let's start explaining some of the great icons that you can use on the Reeamz social networking website. First of all, the video chat. The video chat, unlike Facebook, you can do a conference chat where you can start to talk to people, as many as 20 if you like, at the same time. This is a great tool for people with businesses and people that would like to have more than one individual person in the chat room, so they can explain certain things and do certain things which they can't do any other ways. This function on Skype will cost you $5.99, and Facebook does not offer this function. So this is all free on the Reeamz social networking website, which is one of the great functions you can use. The second icon you see there is a deck of cards, and this is pretty much two-player games. As you can see on the list, all famous two-player games are available here. This means I can start the game with individual and play with them, any two-player game, while I'm talking to them on a video chat and doing whatever basically. The next one is the smiley faces. This will show you some of the great smiley faces that you can actually use on a Reeamz social networking website. More smiley faces will be added later on in the year, but at the moment this is the current features that we've got there. The next button, talking your language, is a great function for people that use an English keyboards and they want to select any language they want to use and type it in that language. So let's say Russian, for instance. If I was to type in Russian, that means hello. So as soon as I press the spacebar, as you can see, the Reeamz social networking website will convert your text that you've typed in English words straight into the letters you've selected, the language that you've selected from the language menu. So this way it's a great option that you can talk to your friends in different countries and other places on the website. The next function is a handwrite the message. This is a great little tool that you can use for friends or relatives or whatever. If you wanted to draw, I don't know, let's say a little laugh heart for instance, and click send, the love heart will come out there. As you can see, there you go, and it tells you that's successfully written a handwritten message. The next function is what's called share a whiteboard. Now this function is great if two of you are playing a game like Pictionary or anything like that. So if I start drawing here, let me just accept this. If I start drawing here, at the same time I'm drawing here, the person on the other screen will get to see it here, so they can actually join in at the same time as you drawing basically. but I can't do that with one individual, so it has to be another person. So while I'm drawing here, basically your friend can draw at the same time as you drawing, so you can mess about playing a game with pictures and stuff like that. The next functions on here, it's called a share my screen. This is a great little tool if you have friends that are very great on the computers or other things that you want to try explain to the person that you've seen on your screen and they can't see what you're looking at. The share your screen option will actually allow you to share your screen, hence the name, to your friend or whoever you choose to share the screen with. The next function we have here, you can share your collaborative document, which means you can share the files, for instance, the documents, work files or whatever, to send to your friend, and it will arrive there straight away. The one after that, you can actually report the conversation to administrator or the staff member of the Reeamz social networking website. This could report the conversation button will let the admin know that conversations you had with someone has probably upset you or any other ways of not made you feel welcome or unhappy on the Reeamz social networking website. This conversation then will be investigated by the Reeamz staff and the appropriate action will be taken. And finally, the last button there is called the click conversation, so you can actually empty your text. If you don't click that button, the text will stay there even if you go away and come back a couple of days later, so you can retrace what you've been talking about with your friend that day. This is one of the great things that you can use, like I said, on the Reeamz social networking website. Other great options you can have on the Reeamz social networking websites are translate the page. So if you don't speak English, for instance, and you want to translate it to any other language, the website will straight away will be translated to that language. So if I select Russian, for instance, now if you ever look at the background, the whole text and everything is translated into Russian language. Even in writing in this case now becomes Russian. So if I say hello and I send that to them, that will get converted into the Russian, basically Russian letters, which means privet, as we said earlier. This is one of the great functions to use on a Reeamz social networking website if you don't speak great English and would like to have settings in your own language. We have all sorts of languages on here, and if your language is not on this list, please get in touch with one of the Reeamz staff members and we will put that function in there for you. There is also single player games, so you can play it individually yourself. So whatever games you want can be uploaded on here, and you can do them strategy games or classic games or whatever basically. So if you don't want to play with anyone, just want to play yourself, then all the games will be there. You can also, we put it back in English, you can also use the chat function. The chat function is great if you want to create your own room, i.e. create the chat room. You can create this room to be password protected room, so you can basically lock it so only people that you give password to will get access to that room. Or you can invite only room, which means the only people that you invite will have access to that room. You can also make this room public, so people that, you know, you don't mind anyone that joins your room, then you can have that room created as a public room basically. Once you create a room, let's say public room, call it room. You can see now we're in the public room. In room also you've got similar functions that you get in the chat room, but in here you can actually change the style of your color of your writing, so you can change the color of your text and what color it comes up in the chat room. As this is your room, you get the functions of people that could actually get to join or leave the room. Once you're done with the room, you just click leave the room and the room will be left basically. This is about it for Reeamz social networking site chat functions. If you have any other questions regarding Reeamz chat or other great things you can do with the Reeamz chat, please get in touch and we will be glad to create a tutorial for you. Thanks for watching the tutorial. Have a great day.